Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Zipzip by Palfly Kampling. This is the final puzzle of our zipper line theme week. I hope you enjoyed the week. I thought it was neat. We had a lot of really cool puzzles using the zipper lines. We had some even length lines. We had some odd length lines. Very, very neat. So let's go over the rules here. This is going to be zipper lines with doublers. So if you remember our doubler week, we had a doubler week at some point. Was that November? Can't remember. But anyway, this is kind of a combination of those. So very cool. So let's go over the rules carefully. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. That means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have, all of these are odd length zipper lines. So in odd length zipper lines, whatever digit you fill in the center, which is marked with a circle, like let's pick a pretty open one. Let's do this one. Let's say this was a 6. I'm just going to use the most open possible digit. That means that you take the pair of cells that are equidistant from the center. We have this pair and this pair. All of those have to add to this center digit. So these two add to 6. Maybe we do 3 and 3. And these two add to 6. Maybe we do 1 and 5. So that would be one way to fill this zipper. But we do have doublers as well. So with doublers, there are exactly 6 doublers hidden in the grid somewhere. Every row, every column, and every box has exactly one doubler. I'm going to use a green to represent doublers. So if this ends up a doubler, we mark that as green. That means that none of these are allowed to be doublers because they can't repeat in the row, column, or box. So we end up with exactly 6 of them. Additionally, the digits 1 through 6 appear exactly once each in the doublers. So once you've doubled a 2, you're not doubling a 2 again. So if this was a doubler, we wouldn't put a 2 here. We'd put something else. So we're going to end up with 1 through 6 doubled exactly once. Additionally, for the purpose of the zipper lines, like let's say this here, let's say this was a 3 doubled, then that would still be a value of 6 because we're doubling the 3. So these need to add to a value of 6. Now let's say this was also a doubler. I could do a doubled 1, that's a value of 2 with a 4, that would add to 6. And then I could do, say, 2 and 4 like that. So this would be another valid way to fill this zipper if these were exactly where the doublers were on the zipper. So those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, I do think the place to start is these zipper lines here that take up most of the box. So traditionally, if we were to, sorry, I got interrupted. What was I talking about? So just a really small tangent, but when my dog wants to go outside, he presses a little doorbell button, which we can hear upstairs, which is nice. But I don't know if you heard it, but that's what just played. Anyway, so Rocky wants to go outside. But anyway, traditionally with no doublers at all, this would have to be a 5, right? Because we need 2 different ways to add to the digit. So another way to think about that is the minimum this could be is 1, 2, 3, 4. That adds to 10, which means this has to have a value of 5 or higher. And if we aren't using a doubler, this would have to be a 5. But it can't actually be a 5 because where are we putting the 6 in the box? We're certainly not putting it on the zipper line that adds to 5. So we would be putting a 6 in the same column. That's really cool. So this actually has to be a doubler. There's no other option. So the rest of this column and box and row are not doublers. That does mean this is 5 or 6 for the same logic. And then this is the outie. So the outie of 5, 6, the outie of 5 is going to be the 6. The outie of 6 is going to be the 3. Because you can't do 3 plus 3 equals 6 within the same box. And so that means one of these is going to be a 6. That's pretty nice. All right. So let's think about this doubler then. It can't actually be a 3 because that would double to 6. And we have the same issue with the outie where the 6 ends up here because we can't put a 6 on a doubler that adds 6. So this actually, we need to put the 6 on here somewhere, which means this needs to be bigger than 6. So this has to be 4 or 5. But it can't be 5, because if this was a 5, then we'd need 2 6s on here. We'd have to be 4, 6, 4, 6, which isn't going to work. So this is a 4 and only a 4, which is really cool. Which means we can calculate the outie, because these add to 8, these add to 8. And so there's only 2 ways to add to 8, 2, 6, 3, 5, so the 1 ends up here. And these are 2, 6, and 3, 5. I'm not really going to mark that. So let's think about this then. One of these is a doubler. Does 5 putting a 6, is that okay? If this was a doubler, this could be a 6. Yeah, like this could be a doubled 5 with a non-doubled 6 and a 4 here. Yeah, that works. Can these be a doubler? I guess that's really a question to ask. We could double a 2. That would have a value of 4. We couldn't double the 3. So if we had a doubler here, it would be a doubled 2. So we'd have a value of 4 with a 1. So it would have to be a 5. So we'd end up with a 5 here, a 6 here. I'm just writing it out just to see what this looks like. And then we'd have 1, 2 pair. Oh, and we can't use the 1. Oh, so that yeah, we can't use the 1. So that's the important bit I wasn't noticing. So we can't double the 1 because the 1 is used. If we doubled the 3, that's already too big. So we'd have to double the 2, but it would have to go with a 1 because we couldn't put another 2 there. There we go. These just can't be doublers. There we go. Okay, so this is a doubler. So it has to be a doubled 3. It can't be a 6 because if it was a 6, then this would have to be another. This would have to be a doubled 7 or higher, right? That just doesn't work. So that's a 3, which does make that a 6. The 1 is up here somewhere. And these are equidistant from the 6. So that's going to be 1, 5. And then this is going to be 2, 4. Nice. So then this is going to be 2, 3 with a 5, 6. So we either have the 3, 5 and the 2, 6 going together. Okay. So this is a doubled 3. That's already 6. This has to be doubled or it's not going to be high enough. Which does, okay, so we got the 3 doubled. That's not doublers. These are not doublers because we have this doubled. And how big does it need to be? We have a minimum sum of 7 here, but it's actually going to be 8 because it has to be an even number. So this has to be an odd number. Oh, sorry. No, this has to be an even number because this is even. Sorry. So this has to be 2 or 4 only. So we're going to be adding to either sorry, it's really hard to add. Okay. 6 plus 2 is 8, which would make this a 4. 6 plus 4 is 10, which would make this a 5. Okay. 4 or 5. This seems like good progress. This is a triple. Maybe that'll help. 2, 3, 5. I'm not sure how that helps actually. This is not, we know nothing's doubled here. Maybe that's helpful. What restrictions do we have though? Well, it's not going to be a 1. Okay. This can't be double 1 because it breaks the 1, 5 pair. These would both be 5. So it's not a 2. It's not a 3. So it's from 4, 5, or 6. Not a 6. 4 or 5 only. If it was a 4, we could do a 1, 3 pair, but we couldn't actually do a 2, 2 because it breaks the 2, 4 here. If it was a 5, it would be 1, 4 or 2, 3. That doesn't feel like enough. We definitely have a doubler over here. There's a doubler here. We should note that. Oh, this is what I missed. We can't repeat the 4 in the doublers. So that is a 5. That's 1 and 5. That helps a lot. That's a 4. That means this has to be 1, 3. Again, it can't be 2, 2. We know the order. Well, if only I noticed that earlier. So that adds to 10. So 6 plus 4 is 10. We need a 1. Goes there. This is from 2, 3, 5. I'm going to fill that because it seems like it would be helpful. This is definitely helpful. It's a 6. This is 2 or 4. This is 2 or 3. We know the order. All right. So we've already doubled 3, 4, 5. So we have 3 more doublers left. One of them's here. And it can't be the 5, and it can't be the 3. So we definitely have a doubled 2 here. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to double the 1 or the 6. This has to be the doubled 6. And then this has to be a doubled 1, because there's only one other place for the doubled 1, which is here. So this is the doubled 1. This is not doubled. So this is the 2, and it is doubled. That's going to help the zipper line for sure. So that's already a value of 4. These can't be doubled. In fact, we have to distinguish these still. But okay, we get the 3 and the 2. 3 definitely goes with 5. 2 goes with 6. So this is a pair, 1, 2, 3. We need 4 and 6 here. Oh, this is not doubled, right? This is already a doubled 2, so this is definitely the 6 and the 4. That makes this the 6, and it's doubled. And then we end up with the last thing being a doubled 1 right here. No, so I did that backwards. Whoops. This is the doubled 1, and then this is not doubled. Okay. We get the 2 and the 4 and the 2 here. This we can fill with the 4. Here we need a 1 and we need a 5. That gives us the 2 here. That does add to 6, good. We have to do 3 plus 3 is 6. That's 5. That's 5. And we're done. Wow, that was cool. I wish I'd... It's always easy to forget with doublers that you can't repeat, but once you remember that, you tend to get some progress. So cool, I really liked that. Thanks, Palfly. Really nice use of the doublers and the zipper lines. We ended up with a lot of variety here. We ended up with a zipper line with the doubler in the middle. We ended up with some zipper lines without doublers. We ended up with a zipper line with 2 doublers on it, and then we ended up with a zipper line with only a doubler outside of the middle. So we got every possibility, which was neat. So I hope you enjoyed this as well. Let me know how you felt about the zipper theme week. I thought it was neat. And of course, if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.